A new era begins here at MetLife Stadium. The Bills and Jets underway to close out Week 1. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First play's a run with Nwangu, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So for the Bills, Charles, a lot of people see them as the favorites to unseat Kansas City, not just as AFC champions, but potentially as Super Bowl champions. You take a peek at their first month of the season. The Jets tonight, home for the Raiders next week, then at Washington, home for the Dolphins before they make the trip to London in Week 5.
And it looks like a slate that's going to challenge them, and it probably will, but it's also one that's manageable. They've got a big-time offense and a defense that's been number 1 in the league the last couple of seasons. They believe this is their year.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Allen going to change the look here. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. From the 34-yard line, here's a second down and 9. Allen going to fire quickly and get it to Diggs out wide. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Looking deep downfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Go to 50. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Right now, you got 58.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the Jets' 48-yard line.
20. He's to the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 60. And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Uncorks one for Davis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
And this returnable for Hines.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. No gain on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The
New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bills 7, Jets 0.
Second and 11 now. Throwing now is Allen. Laying out is Davis, and he's got the football. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Allen. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Over. Hey, Mike.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back north. Hey, take 26. Zip. 26.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 26. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Cook running right.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
Inside. Go right.
Now Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
To the air, Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And Knox is going to have a Bills first down as he's across midfield to the 48. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down.
Knox enjoyed his first Pro Bowl season of a 4-year career in 2022, almost matching his career highs in yards and catches. That came after signing a 4-year extension with Buffalo, who expects him to keep making plays like that first down we just saw.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. That's quickly out wide to Davis. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Kene Nwangu.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
Jets, nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Rodgers changing the play, it appears. Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Kelly, strong left, Kelly.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it is 28-0.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We are going. We not get
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Zoom.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
Back north. Right. Jump out.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on them. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Hey, 88. Go to 50. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. Room to maneuver at the 35. Loose inside the 30.
And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Hall again on second down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. They'll run with Hall.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it, because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Get 300. Get 300. Inside. Yeah, Liz.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on second and goal.
Hey, take 26.
Rodgers now to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is third and goal. That's caught left side by Hardman. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a fourth and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
A 26-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
From the 21, here's second down and 7. Another run now for Nwangu.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field
despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Allen on third. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Across midfield. He's on his way. Stephon Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Yeah, Liz.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Rodgers wants to change the look.
Jump out!
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 2. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. On play action. Now Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Back to the ground with Hall. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The Jets on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson from 8 yards out. And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, People continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd down, here's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Completes it to Davis.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
On the give is Nwangu. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Alert, alert, alert.
Here's Allen.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Alert, alert, alert. Gun.
Allen going to throw. Going deep for Diggs.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
So he stopped for no gain, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Jump out.
Now Rodgers. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Completes it to Hardman. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
They'll give to Hall. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing is Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Hey, take 26. Go to 50.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Easy. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Jets. Tyler Conklin, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets get a bit closer. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Handoff here to Nwangu. 55 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
And they just acquired him a new ball carrier. What do you think of the acquisition?
I like it. Maybe not the big-time player, big-time impact you're looking for, but someone who wants to prove something and find a new home.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now Allen. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now it's Nwangu. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for Buffalo, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.